Alrighty then, alrighty then, alrighty then. Well, let me just put a hey hi. I'll say hi everybody, but probably going to be any. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Hi every. Oh, what did I write? Hi everyone. Ding. Any questions? Let me know. But basically, we're going to be looking at some call and response things tonight, and also to how to develop a little bit more swing in your playing. Okay, so let's get straight into it. If anybody is there and you've got any questions, please ask me. But what we're basically talking about here is how to get some more kind of swing into your playing, and also how to do a call and response thing, which we'll get to a little bit later. Now, years ago, there was a girl, I'm sure she's still alive, Emily, she's probably younger than me, Emily Remler, I think, Emily Remler, I'm pretty sure that's her name, jazz guitar player, female, of course, well, I say of course, but she's got a name Emily, so probably. And she was the first one that kind of turned me on to getting the metronome on 2 and 4. So in other words, if you can put the metronome on 1, 2, 3, 4, but when you play it, you just make those beats 2 and 4. Okay, so you just, even if it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, what you do is when you hear the first one, you go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and eventually you get kind of good at it. And so you've got 1, 2. Now doing this, for some reason, I can't explain it scientifically, but some reason, if you want to play on the offbeats, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, doing the metronome makes it easier than 1 and 2, 3 and 4. You know what I mean? Because I think normally with an offbeat, you're going to be coming down to a downbeat. So and 2, 3 and 4. And if you have them all 1, 2, 3, 4, you don't really get that emphasis. And also, as you probably know, in a lot of jazz and even shuffles, things like that, there's 1, 2, 4. The hi-hat's probably going to be on the 2 and 4. At least if I was playing it, it would be. Okay, so we get this. I'll get this going in a second, and I'll show you a couple of ways of doing this so that you can work on sounding a bit more sort of swing-like. Now, when you're playing a non-swung thing, right, you'll be 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 1 and a 2. So if you're counting 16th notes, 1 and is where that note will come. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, okay? Now, if you want a more swung feel, you use a triplet. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a, or some people go triplet, 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 but that's really the difference. And depending on what you're playing would make a difference which one you would use. 2. Now hopefully you can hear that. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Actually, I can't hear it that well, so I might have to turn it up. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay? And 2, 3, and 4, and 2. So if I was doing the non-swung version, it would be 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 1, and 2, 3 and 4, and 1. Now I already use that, but if I had to at a time, I would. I would be 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2. Okay, you can hear that. Now, if you finish your lines on the offbeat, okay, it tends to make your lines a little bit shorter and a little bit kind of, you know, more musical, I think. Okay, so you see what I'm saying, right? 2, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2. And it can also help you 1, 2, ba-do-ga-do-ga. If you're leading into a lick, whether it's rock, whether it's a fusion thing, whatever it is, this can help you. 1, 2, 3, ba-do-ga-down, 2, 3, 1, 2, and do-ga-do-ga down, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I rushed a little bit there, right? So it's great for that. Okay, so enough of that nonsense, right? But it's great to practice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get them off beats, and even a typical sort of like a Michael Brecker type thing, where it'll be like. Okay, so that's giving you something to practice here. Now, if I go back even to our Van Halen track, style track I said. I might have to turn this down a little bit. Let me get levels right. Okay, probably a little bit loud. Somebody let me know if that is a little bit loud, a little bit loud. Okay, so how can we use this concept? Well, we can use it in a call and response way, right? Now, if you don't know what call and response is, it's when you make a statement, a musical statement, which is what we would call the question, and then the response is the musical statement, which is the answer. So a typical, very simple way of looking at this would be, say for example, playing this minor pentatonic cut blues lick here. That's the question. Now we answer it here. Now let me play along and I'll do a few of those, and so you might have one here. Very simple call and response technique. So let's just do a little bit of that and so you can hear what it sounds like. Here we go. So here's the question. Here's the answer. 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 Here's the question. is the answer. Question. Answer. Question. Answer. Question. Answer. Question. Answer. All right. Oops. So that's just one way of doing a question and answer type thing, all right? And the other thing it does is it kind of stops you just meandering around, because in order to get an answer to a question, the question has to stop, right? At some point. If your question just goes on with no end to it, it's not really a question, is it? So basically, by having a question like, what do you want to do tonight? I want to watch Netflix. Not really what you want to do tonight. I told you I want to watch Netflix. Or whatever. And so it goes on. And of course, I play little games with myself with that. I will get back to the phrasing thing in a minute, where you can go, why the hell do you want to watch Netflix? Because I do, I've been working all day. Or whatever, right? But anyway, you get my point. So you can intensify the question and answer. You don't even have an argument on the guitar and sort of end up throwing it away. But you take my point. Now, there's lots of ways that you can do this stuff. But where it gets really interesting with the phrasing thing that we were talking about is you can start your question with having some offbeats. And then what you can do is when you answer, you can be not off the beat. Hey, geez, how you doing, my man? We're just doing a bit of question and answer in here. So anyway, if you've been keeping up with what we're doing, so we're thinking about those offbeats. So what we'll do is the question will include some offbeats. And then the answer will be downbeats. Another question. So basically in your question you're including offbeats, right? The 1 and 2, and as I explained before, you've got the 1 and 2 and, which is the third of a group of 16th notes, and then the more swung version, which is the last of a group of triplets. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and is the more straight one, and the triplet one, which I think I use, and I think probably most people do, unless you're going for a particular effect. Okay? And like I say, that 2 and 4 on the metronome can really give you some good practice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play along, and I'm going to do my absolute best for all the questions to be more offbeat orientated, okay, and all the answers to be more downbeat orientated, right? So we're on the ands, and then on the question it will be more on the beat. So 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3. And you don't have to do it in different positions of the neck, it's up to you. I just like that separation of the thing, but you could be 1 and 2, 3. In fact, I'll start it off like that in the same position, so it's easy. So the first part of my question phrase is going to be more using notes off the beat. I think some people call it syncopated. And it's really up to you how long you want it to last, right? So it could be a bar, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then the second bar could be more on the downbeats, and you could keep it going longer if you wanted to. In rock I probably wouldn't keep it going too long. 1 and 2 and 3. But you can experiment with different times to see how you like it, which one you like. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll start off sort of in the position. So remember the question, the first thing that we're going to play is going to include more off the beat stuff. Let me just wind this back. Sorry. It's going to include more off the beat stuff, and the answer is going to include more on the beat stuff. And this works in every style of music, anything that you want to play. Even if you was playing in heavy metal, maybe you wouldn't do so much of it, but you might just do a little bit here and there because it kind of adds to the rhythm. That's right, here we go, geezers. Now I'll switch it round now, I'll make the first one more downbeat and then more upbeat on the second one. And that can have a nice effect. Here we go. Right, so is that me making that noise? Right, so hopefully from that you can see that you're getting some ideas that are not just, just based on the notes, but they're based on the phrasing, okay? And it just adds a little bit of spice. It can just lift up your playing just a little bit, right? And I'm just going to show you one more example before we close it out. Now, I call this the Johnny Be Good factor, right? Now, in a lot of jazz and a lot of fusion playing, you'll hear a little lead in to each lick, right? And it's genuinely on an offbeat. So they might be targeting this note here from the previous bar, and on the bar that you're targeting, this will be your note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 down, right? Or if you want to do the Johnny Be Good thing, it would be, it's still that lick. So always think about that when you're experimenting with these licks. Say for example you want to target this A here, you might have, okay? And they're really cool licks, and it doesn't always have to be that, but it's always setting you up for that note. So say I was going to go for that lick there, I might use that E minor triad. 1, 2, 3, and ba ba da ba. 1, 2, 3. So I'm using the triplet, the last triplet of the 3 and the triplet on the 4. Before I know it. Like I say, woo down now, but those little things, they can really give the lick an uplifting. 2, 3, 4, and again, it's on the 4th beat, but it's the 1st and last one. I'm targeting that minor 3rd there. Okay, so I'll just do one more demo of that, and I think we'll call it a day. But doing those things is really can spice up the phrasing quite a bit. Like I say, the way I remember it is by calling it the Johnny Be Good kind of theory. So here you go. Do it again. See, I did it with an E minor triad there. Targeting that A. Even with that, I made you C major 7 arpeggio. A minor. See, I'm setting up, targeting that G. you might not picture there. Excuse me. That's all from me for this week. Hope that's been some help and some food for thought. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll give you a call tomorrow, guys. I think we're getting sorted out on the things. Spoke to Julie a couple of times today. So yeah, looks like it's all good. Right, thanks everybody. When I say everybody, I mean mine. And have a great night and I will speak to you very soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Oh, and check out guitarstarclothing.com. Some great stuff on there now. Check it out, www.guitarstarclothing.com. Okay guys, take care.